Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family, to the transfer explained of Lucas Hernandez to Paris Saint Germain. In this video, I'll be going through every single report that has come out recently about Lucas Hernandez to Paris Saint Germain, how he will line up at Paris Saint Germain, comparing him to other names we're linked with and with the current centre backs, and if it's a yes or a no from me for the signing of Lucas Hernandez to Paris Saint Germain. First of all, let's look at the reports. First thing here, breaking: PSG has enticed Lucas Hernandez and he's very excited by joining Paris Saint Germain. Negotiations have accelerated in recent hours. PSG leads are prioritizing it. The player has put his contract extension with Bayern on hold for the moment. Lucas Hernandez was in the process of signing an extension with Bayern München until 2027, but he froze everything due to the interest from Paris Saint Germain. The Frenchman is very interested in joining Paris. Confirmation: Lucas Hernandez has put the contract talks on hold with FC Bayern because of an offer from Paris Saint Germain, which he is now thinking about. Paris have been interested in him for a long time and are now getting serious. The player has not made a decision yet. Bayern Munich were very confident in extending Lucas Hernandez's contract before the end of the season. A month ago, it was said that only little details were left to be clarified. However, now there is a turnaround due to PSG's attractive offer. And last one here, Justin: Lucas Hernandez, PSG have reached an agreement. He's interested in the PSG project that's in the making by Luis Campos. Bayern are hoping to extend him, and convincing him will be difficult. So Lucas Hernandez, only 1 year left on his contract, 2024, with a market value of around 65 million and age 27. But looking at those reports, Lucas Hernandez was seemingly supposed to extend with Bayern, but as soon as the Paris Saint Germain offer came in, he's put it on stall and has potentially reached an agreement, a mutual agreement between him and the Paris Saint Germain club. So all that is left now is Paris Saint Germain negotiating with Bayern München for the price tag of Lucas Hernandez. But Lucas has pretty much done everything at Bayern, has won the Champions League, has won some Bundesliga, some DFB Pokal, some of the Super Cups there in the Bundesliga, and it feels like he wants a new adventure in his career, and Paris Saint Germain is a good thing. They will up his wages, obviously, more than what Bayern can offer because we have more money. And yeah, it's a new adventure, and he's French. It's a French adventure. So all of that come together, and these are his stats. Really good stats: passes, attempted passes, percentage, progressive process, progressive carries, tackles, interceptions, blocks, clearances, and areas won. Issue is this season, he's been very injured for France, so he hasn't really done anything for Bayern München this season to show for this season. But this is how he potentially could line up with Paris Saint-Germain, either as a left centre-back in a 3 at the back with Ramos and Skriniar as the central centre-back and Marquinhos as the right centre-back, or potentially in a 2-man at the back, him as a left-sided centre-back, or even potentially as a left wing-back or as a left-back in a 3 at the back or in a 4 at the back. So very versatile left-footed centre-back, which we're looking for, especially with the Presnel Kimpembe injury and us linking him away from Paris Saint-Germain. And this is his stats compared to our Paris Saint-Germain players. So he's third in passes attempted, worst in pass percentage, showing that he's not maybe the best passer, but progressive passes, he takes a lot of risk. Green, number 1 out of all our centre-backs, second in progressive carries, first in tackles, and first in interceptions, but lost in blocks, clearances, and areas won, which shows that he's a bit more aggressive than our centre-backs and likes to win the ball a bit more forward rather than just camping and staying in the box. But he's a great defender, and these are his stats compared to other names we're linked with. I'm looking at Todibo, Kim Min-jae, and Inacio, all of them also left-footed centre-backs, and here his stats do not look as great. Only first in interceptions, second in progressive passes, third in passes attempted, pass percentage, and progressive carries, and lost in tackles, blocks, clearances, and areas won. And this is one big important point for me. Obviously, stats don't tell the entire story, and Bayern München are a much more dominant side than what Nice, Napoli, and Sporting are. But still, I think these stats matter a bit. I mean, looking at Todibo here, he really isn't as good as people say. But Kim and Inacio, look at their stats. Not a single red stat, only green, blue, and a bit of yellow. So for me, Inacio and Kim, I would rather still take them, and maybe even a cheeky Todibo. And he would cost around 30 to 40 million, I would guess. Maybe 25 to 40 million, with him only having 1 year left on his contract, and Bayern would obviously want to sell now that he has reached an agreement with the club. So my thoughts about the Lucas Hernandez signing to Paris Saint Germain is that Lucas Hernandez is a really great player, really experienced, played at Atletico Madrid, played at Bayern München, 27 years of age, right in his prime, has won the Champions League, has won the World Cup with France. So an extremely talented and quality player that is versatile, that can play the centre-back position, left centre-back position, in both a 2 and a 3-man at the back, and also can play and help when Nuno is injured on that left back and left wing back spot. But I think there are some better names, especially with the long ACL that Lucas Hernandez has. We have seen so many players come here like the Neymar, the Pastores, the Renato Sanchez, coming with injury-prone issues and just getting even more injured here in Paris Saint Germain. But I think that it's not the worst signing, but I don't think it's the best signing. I do think that a Chiki Tudibu or a Kim Min-jae or Onasio would be a better signing than Lucas Hernandez. The only thing that he has that they don't have is that he's in prime. He's in his absolute prime, so he's going to come in and compete with our centre-back partnership. But again, I would rather take an Inacio or Kim Min-jae. But I would not be mad if we sign Lucas Hernandez, even though it looks pretty much very realistic that it will happen. I will give this transfer an 8 out of 10 of possibility of happening. And quality-wise of a signing, I will give it a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about Lucas Hernandez to Paris Saint Germain? Give the signing a rating of 1 to 10, between 1 and 10 for the Lucas Hernandez signing. Other than that, smash the like button, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel. As always, allez, Paris!